Good morning. Gotta put my shoes on. Every morning I wake up, put on my shoes and do a workout. Biddy-doo-biddy-doo-boo. Alright, here we go. We back. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We back. Oh boy. Today I feel like I go right back to sleep. Hey Lynn, thank you for the follow. Putting in the work again. You gotta treat working out like brushing your teeth. You just gotta get it in. Doesn't matter how tired you are or sore you are. Get the chore done for the day. Ugh. Wow, I don't know why I'm so tired. It will pass. Good morning, everybody. I feel like 250 to 240 is gonna be like 250 is still fat. 240 we're getting down. I don't know. When's the threshold? You know, because there's always a line, right? Where I know I'm still on the fat side of the line, but when do you go? Whoa, you're not fat. What? Yeah, what part of the line? Where is the? Because it gets closer and closer the more I lose. But where is the line? Probably 220, maybe. I don't know. Where it's like if I'm over 220, I look fat. I guess I've always felt that. I had a little, body dysmorphia the other way. You know, looking back at thank you, Turd. A classic joke to say out loud. I guess I've always felt fat, even when I was like totally not. You know, you feel like it, and then you look back at pictures and you're like, "Damn, I was so skinny. Why didn't I enjoy it?" I think that's all relatable versus our high school selves. You're like, man, I had so much energy, and I was so skinny. I feel like you didn't enjoy it because, or I didn't enjoy it because I wasn't like, I was like much skinnier. I don't think I've ever been skinny. No one has ever called me skinny. But when I was like normal size, I guess I didn't really enjoy it because, I don't know, I kind of didn't enjoy the sports. Like, I started, my mom was like, all right, he's very overweight, let's put him on a bunch of like city league sports. And city league stuff was very fun, lower stakes, we were all kids, growing up together, we went to different schools and stuff. But, we came together for wrestling and, meeting new friends, no stakes, overall just chill vibe. The coaches were so nice. They were just kind of like dads that were hanging out. Good morning, W. Then, you get into middle school and high school sports, and the coaches kind of sucked. Middle school, I think we had good coaches for some things. And then high school, I had the same coach for wrestling as I did football. And he was just the ultimate bastard. I hated that guy. Any famous pro wrestling schools where you are? I think Detroit's got something. I don't remember what it's called. But, yes. And they put on shows at like a bar in Hamtramck called Sanctuary. Hey, Swift, thank you for all the licks. Appreciate you. Good morning, good morning. I don't know. I feel like pro wrestling I don't know. It's kind of, Vince McMahon kind of like did it the best, but also tainted it. Run, Forrest, run. Hey, good morning, Logan. I feel like it needs like a twist. Luchador was before WWE, but I feel like if wrestling's going to come back in a big way, it's got to do something different. What WWE had, the Attitude Era was like peak 90s. Bro, I see the progress. Hey, thank you, Cheeseburger. Cheeseburger Ass 123. Love the name. We weighed in at 259. We're in the 250s now. We've gone a long way, but we got a long way to go still, too. These next 30 are going to be way harder, but we'll get there. You got this, man. Keep going. Thank you, Pat. I personally think that's why John Cena is so divisive. He is the face of the PG era. Interesting, yes. The PG era. I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I don't know. It's like with Marvel, you're trying to make it for everybody. Hey, Jameson, thanks for the follow. You take away everything that's special. You watch Star Wars? Someone's told me to watch Andor. That Andor is really good, but I haven't watched a lot of the series. I watched the first season of The Mandalorian. Not much into that anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of universed out, you know? All these cinematic universes going on. I kind of like one-off, really interesting stories. All the movies are peak. Yeah, I've watched all the movies. Or all of the main story movies. I think John Cena only took off because WWE was so desperate to change gears after the Benoit fallout. Really? Yeah. I feel like they did a good job of covering that up. But also, yeah, what happened? Did we ever figure out what happened to Chris Benoit? He just, you know, my mind always just said it was like brain damage. But who knows? You know, there's so many reasons. Drugs or having a bad. Maybe he's just an angry guy. I feel like I knew when I saw the when I first originally heard about the story. They needed a face when they decided to turn down the content. Yeah. There's a point, though, where it's like heel turning on content doesn't really. You're going to let one person change everything for not a. It's like, is that the real reason? Are we just inventing a reason? It's kind of like when Domino's stopped using the Noid because one crazy person thought the Noid told them to kill people. And it's like, yeah, you know, people off their meds have like toilet cleaner telling them to kill people. Or like, what? You really think the Noid is going to cause this mass paranoia? That doesn't make any sense. And yet, the brand yielded. Or like Ford with the Bronco. You know, do you think we're that stupid, Ford Motor Company? I'm going to stop making the Bronco because it got famous on a police chase for O.J. Simpson. What's the logic there behind? I'm going to stop producing the Bronco because I'm worried we're going to have 10,000 OJs by in 10 years if I don't. What? Yeah, it doesn't make any logic, but it's kind of like the fake empathy, we care. At Ford Motor Company, we care. And we do a lot of things that don't make any sense, but they look good in a headline. What does it do? Was anyone like, that's a good decision? Yeah, you should pull the Bronco. Yeah, every car that's in a police chase you should pull. You know, every car ever. Hey, say something. Thank you for the like. Yeah, W. It's like the classic tale of creativity by bored. Is the mic actually plugged in? Say something. TikTok makes me use my phone to stream. This is for Twitch and YouTube. So if you want this high fidelity audio, twitch.tv/AiPD or YouTube at AiPD. But appreciate you noticing. Just looking out. One day TikTok will realize they can give me a stream key, and then I'll just stream from one thing. Following is free. Thank you. Keep it going, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. It's showing in many ways. On the scale, in my clothes, in my energy. You know. Again, just compared to last year, you know, going out. Ellen, it's like, hey, can we go to the park? Can we do something active? Can we not just sit on the couch again? And I feel like last year, a lot of excuses I made up. I'm way too tired. Because I would be, you know. It was an excuse, but it was like I was totally sapped, carrying around my fat elephant body from place to place. But this year, we're getting out a lot more, going out. Yeah, mental and physical benefits, yes. There we go, exactly. Again, it's kind of like the last time I was in shape, I had a trainer. It was kind of like, all right, this is what every fat person says. Never again. Let's get ripped as hell. I think my attitude this time that is a little bit healthier and maybe will last a little bit longer is, again, I'm making this like a chore, like brushing your teeth. I'm making it like a thing I got to do every day. Just get it in, kind of enjoy it. I could be doing higher intensity. I could be doing higher weights, but it's okay. We're just getting our little self-care thing taken care of for the day, so I don't have fuzzy teeth, so I don't have chubby cheeks. Getting my little housekeeping thing taken care of. You know, shower, shave, yeah, fuzzy teeth, you know, like if you don't brush your teeth. Sorry, I'm trying to compare it to brushing your teeth. You know, working out in the morning, you know, you always brush your teeth every day. If you don't, you're like, damn, I really need to brush my teeth. Whenever I go on vacation, I don't pack a toothbrush. It's kind of like, oh, God. You know, you do the little finger toothbrush with the hotel toothpaste. They usually have a spare toothbrush, but it's like the shitty, like 3 bristles. But yeah, you know, I'm never lazy enough where it's like, I'm just going to stop brushing my teeth. You know, I don't got super white teeth. I'm just going to give up. It's like, nobody has that attitude. I would get like so many cavities if I just stopped brushing my teeth. So, to tie it together, I'm treating that like working out. Like, yeah, I might not be working out to get perfectly white teeth, but, you know, if I don't do it, fuzzy teeth. Is that too confusing? I don't know. Sometimes my brain makes the weirdest connections. If I don't eat, I feel like crap. If I don't sleep, I feel like crap. Don't brush my teeth will feel like crap. And if I don't work out, I'll eventually feel like crap. That makes sense. Okay. Good. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I have conversations with my wife, and she's like, what the hell are you talking about? I go, I have no idea. Saying it out loud actually did make no sense to me either. But for some reason, I thought it and I said it. That's just being a human being, I feel like. All right. 12 more minutes on the bike. Then we'll lift some weights. Hey, thank you for the follow. Say something. I was trying out this app called FitBod. Great app idea that you like pick the muscle groups you're focusing on, you pick the equipment you have, and it will generate workout. Perfect. It's like a spreadsheet, essentially, a fancy spreadsheet that generates day-to-day workouts. And it's technically free. They really advertise a subscription like ad nauseum, but I hate these apps that are like not usable. Like you click start workout and it's like it immediately prompts you for a subscription. It's like, well, this isn't even a quarter of a feature. Like you're giving me nothing to go off of. Why would I subscribe? What is the benefit? I hate subscriptions that like put basic features behind a subscription. MyFitnessPal used to have the barcode scanner. That was like what it was known for. Is it was like a food log tracking app and fitness and everything. But it was mainly took off for the food tracking, I feel like. You keep a food log. And you know, the biggest pain of entering a food log is like typing everything out every time you eat something. So MyFitnessPal had a barcode scanner, and you could scan the like barcode of whatever you were eating, and boom, instantly took out like more than half the work to keep a food log. And then it was free for the longest time, and then they put it behind a subscription. It's like, what's the subscription? You literally took a free feature. It's a camera on my phone scanning a barcode on my phone, and then just sending a web request off to your servers like it did before. There's no additional cost or something. It made me so mad. I hate. It's like, hey, that was the main hook of your app, and you just blew it. And there's other apps out there that do it for free. So I'm just going to uninstall. They probably got bought by some big conglomerate, and they were like, take the thing your users love the most and charge them for it. And we'll really squeeze them for every dime they've got. And they're going to go, well, people are going to stop using our app. Yeah, we'll just move on to something else then when we do that. This attitude of, I feel like that's what corporate America has been doing to us for a long time. It's just really squeezing us. They take everything good, they buy it, they really turn the screws on you to get every dime possible out of you, make everything more expensive, and then when we stop using it, they switch to something else. They chew you up, spit you out. It's like, damn. Can't you just leave something good and not make $1 million off of it?
Are we walking about the 80s version of PG?
Hey, good morning, Biz. Isn't Alphabet facing multiple antitrust lawsuits? Yes. Apple, over the extra charges? Yes. Why? Why piss everybody off? You're good. You're making bank. You can plateau. You're the top. The reason you can plateau and stop growing is because you're already the king of the world. What are you trying to do by going squeezing more money out of everybody? We're all addicted to your phone products. We're all addicted to the apps. Why tighten the control? Doesn't make any sense. Just be, even McDonald's. I was going to say, just be McDonald's. Keep serving me the same hamburger. I'm addicted. I'm going to keep coming back. Even McDonald's fucked it up. How did that happen? Stop trying to be something you're not. McDonald's is like poor people food. You know. Ramen in Japan is like $3 to $4 a bowl, but here in America it's like $15.
Shows having robot enemies rather than people/aliens.
Oh yeah. Yeah, is green blood really that less traumatizing? Like, I feel like they do that all the time. You make the blood green instead of red because I doesn't want to. I don't. It'll be too real if it's red. What? Again, these weird decisions. That's like I don't even think that's true. I think you see a kid and a monster explodes into green blood, and they're like, "That's real. That's real to me." I don't care what the color of the blood is. These weird, again, like levels of control for the censorship. Why are you making me change the color of the blood? Really? That's your problem with it? Not that he's shooting the guy's head off?
Before people food until it starts costing about $20 in some branches.
Yes, yeah. McDonald's was poor people food when it had the dollar menu and it stuck to it. I could get a double cheeseburger for $1. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm going to go there all the time. Yeah, in high school. I feel like I can't even count the number of double cheeseburgers I'd get. I'd go in, I'd get 2 and a small fry. And I'd do that'd be less than $5 every time. I feel like $5 is the magic number.
One of my earliest gaming memories was House of the Dead 1 on PC. You could change the low poly blood colors.
Okay. Now that's fun, because that's kind of like, yeah. I'll default to real blood, but if you want wacky colored blood, go for it. Give me the option. Even though it's like, yeah, this is more safe for children to watch. I don't know. Maybe it's one thing where I'm going to have a kid and I'm going to completely understand. Yeah, don't have real blood in anything. Maybe I'm just a damn dink. Double income, no kids. Yeah, why do they do this blood thing? And then I have kids, I'm like, oh, I get it. Yeah. No, the kids think it's real. If it's green, they don't think it's real. Yeah, sometimes you just got to see things from a different perspective. All right, 3 minutes left, and then we'll lift some weights. I'm all about options, but very anti-censorship, yeah. Mostly down to parental problem, not a social, not a societal problem. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I can't wait for my kid to watch UFC babies. Yeah, I think the earliest we go is college. Because, yeah, I think if I watched a teenage kid break his arm in 3 places or something, I'd be like, this is actually really violent and we should do something about it. It's probably why they don't do it. But, 18, boom. He broke his arm. Well, it's a violent sport. Something about being older makes it less bad. it's one of those things where it's like people would do it anyway. You know, sports is kind of just like ingrained in entertainment. And as much as I hate it, it's kind of one of the things I know will never go away, and that is gambling. I wish we could societally move past it, but I get it. It's a form of entertainment. People are just, you know, since days of old, gambling has existed. Like, it's just one of those things. Somebody's got to win. It's like just the... Yeah, I guess it's kind of similar to sports. Somebody's got to win. You know? That's the interesting part.
As a fan of dice games, I can't say I'm immune to this.
Oh no, dice. That's like one of the worst odds. Cards and skill. I mean, cards and then learning how to count. I mean, that's like... It is the one way to get advantage on the house. That is just literally that. Counting cards. That's why they will ban your ass. It's the one thing that's guaranteed to win. Everything else... I'm really good at the casino. They're lying. Everyone's lying. Unless your friend walks into a casino and counts cards, you have to be like, you have a gambling problem if they tell you, yeah, I usually make my money back. You're delusional. I had a friend, a coworker, at one of my last jobs, and they were like, yeah, I'm cards are my thing.
Gambling is one of the few times when being too good at a game is seen as a bad thing.
Yeah. And, you know, one day we were out partying late, and all the bars closed. And what do people do? They go to the casino. And you know what? I was like, all right, let's see this. I really wanted to see this person's card-playing abilities. I was like, I'm awake. I'm down to clown. Let's go. Even though I hate it, let's see. So we sat at a blackjack table, and boom, $1,000 gone, and like 15 minutes. I'm like, I thought you were good. She's like, I'm just having a bad day. I'll make it back later. I go, I don't think you ever will. $1,000 is a lot of money. It's a lot of video games, a lot of food, a trip somewhere, a nice trip somewhere. You know, a flight.
What?
$1,000 to just piss away in 15 minutes at a card table. It's mind-boggling. And everyone at the table was losing. And then you just see an endless sea of tables and under fluorescent light bulbs.
It's the old
all these people are just being
of gamblers quite before they win big fallacy.
Yeah. Yeah, the sunk cost. There is no sunk cost. You're playing against the same odds every time. And they're really, really bad. If you played your whole life, like full time, every single day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, you played, let's say something crazy, 18 hours a day, you played cards, and you didn't know how to count cards. The odds are always in the house's favor. You might win big on some hands, but...
if there was a concrete way to win gambling games, you wouldn't be allowed to bet money on them.
Exactly. It's a business. I really wonder, you know, in this age of, you know, everything getting hacked and information getting leaked online, when is someone going to hack these casinos and these companies that don't disclose their financials? I want to know how insane the money is, because I feel like it's really unfathomable. Like, you know, we look at like Elon Musk and it's like, oh, he's the richest man in the world. You know, a couple $100 billion. trillion. Nothing. Nothing to these like Saudi princes. You know, that is the image that is told to us. You know, I feel like these Saudi oil princes, like, is even more insane money that we couldn't even fathom. Werewolf by Night. What do you think about the new Snape's casting in Harry Potter? Oh, I saw they were bringing it back. Who's gonna play new Snape? I'm not familiar. This is news to me, werewolf. I'm guessing it's something interesting. Also, why are they bringing that back? Desperation. Papa and Saidu.
The main issue with recasting Snape at all is that it won't be as memorable.
Yeah, recasting the kids won't be as memorable. It's just like, unless you're going to do something different. Like, I'm trying to think of like a remake or a reboot. Suspiria, maybe. It's kind of interesting and took it in a similar but different direction. You know, if you're going to take an idea, do something your own way with the source material. Take it in a different direction. The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing versus like The Thing from Outer Space. Really, you could tell it was like his, well, that's your interpretation of the story. I'm going to take it in a different direction. And then, you know, it was a flop, but, you know, kind of a cult hit. What else? You know, Lord of the Rings.
I love the idea of remaking bad films because it's hard to make it worse.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings had that like 70s cartoon. I feel like every Lord of the Rings thing before Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings was like cartoon for kids. This is just for kids. And then Peter Jackson like, no, this is for everybody. Let's make it like an adult version for the kids will want to watch because it's cool. And then, I don't know. Yeah, really took off.
Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Oh, where there's a whip, there's a way. That's such a great song. You heard the news that Fantastic Four Sue is a girl boss and Johnny is no longer a ladies' man. I mean, whatever. Yeah, good for you. You know, what is it? It's almost insulting to our intelligence. Like that they take these, how about you make him, I don't know, how about a drinking problem or something? And Sue's, you know, addicted to weight loss supplements. I don't know, something we can relate to. If you're going to change him up in any meaningful way, give it to yeah, I does anyone ever not cringe? Oh, Zempic. Yeah, Sue, you're invisible. Nobody can see you. Well, I know what I look like. That's a funny idea. The Invisible Woman has a body dysmorphia to the crippling degree.
If I had more money than sense, I'd absolutely
The
remake
Thing.
Puma Man.
Rockman strung out on rocks. Flame On, you know. Venture Brothers had an interesting thing where it's like, oh, it just actually hurts to be on fire.
As an
That's an interesting change
sedimentary rock.
for that. And they're like Fantastic Four, like spin-off spoof. I was like, that's a really interesting thing. You know, if he's just on fire and there's no consequence, it's kind of like, oh, whatever. You're going to face one metal guy and we're all going to be doomed. The thing identifies as igneous rather than sedimentary rock. That's fun. Yeah. Actually, it's not a rock, it's a mineral, Marie. They're like, whatever thing, get your rocks out of here. And he goes, minerals. Oh, I guess we're doing all cardio today. Whatever. Yeah, I'll come up with a different workout routine. I'll figure it out. All cardio Wednesday.
The only modern plot idea that annoys me is when every villain has to be subverted or misunderstood.
Mm-hmm. Thanos did the most interesting thing, but I knew they were going to just hit the undo button. One step at a time. Everything will work towards pull-ups. Yes. I don't think I've ever been able in my life to do an unassisted pull-up. I think that would be like, we'll put that as one of my like, I'm actually fit goals. If I can do a pull-up, whoo, that is going to be like life-changing, I feel like. You will be able to, just you wait. Thank you, Werewolf. Appreciate the confidence. Yeah, we'll get there. I got a lot of weight loss, which we'll get there, or I get the huge arms. I get like comically large arms, and I'm just like, oh, I could do a pull-up and I'm 400 pounds. And they're like, oh my God. My arms are like so big, I can't even put them down. I go, yeah, want me to do a pull-up? And they're like, no. And I go, watch me. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm like ripping windowsills off of buildings. And they're like, I said don't. I'm scared. I wonder how many people on Earth by percentage can properly do a pull-up. Ooh, good questions. It's probably really low. You know, lanky people, I feel like, normal size and lanky people, I feel like, have a good shot of just like no training whatsoever, just doing a pull-up totally fine. So maybe it's actually larger than I think. In America specifically, it's probably a low number.
It's like
probably a surprisingly low number.
Capable legs can do it in theory, but the actual technique isn't common.
Yeah. It's all that shit they put in our food, yeah, of course. You know, why does everything gotta taste amazing? I don't know. I think Japan does it right. I just don't know. Hey, thanks for the follow, Werewolf. Japan, amazing food, just lower quantities. Ready-made meals that have vegetables in them, and affordable prices, like they're really cheap. Meanwhile, the portions in America are crazy. You know, in Europe, I guess they show you like, this is a fast food large, and it's like smaller than a kid's small drink. And in America, you get like a 2 liter for every meal. And just sugar. Sugar is in the most surprising things. Sugar and bread. 7 grams of sugar in a bread. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Just for the taste? Just because sugar is so cheap? Bad. Bad, bad, bad. You'd be like, why does this ketchup have 7 grams of sugar? Why does this bag of nuts, salty nuts, why does this have any sugar? I wouldn't be surprised if our veggies had hella sugar, yeah. You know, you get a cucumber, regular ass cucumber. You get a bag of like pre-sliced cucumbers, 7 grams of sugar. You're like, what the fuck? Where did it come from? The slicer? I sometimes volunteer with a guy who had a fish and chip shop. Oh, love me a good fish and chip. He used to hire lots of young women. He said they'd be fat and greasy within a year of working there due to the employee discount. Yeah. When it's there and cheap. You know, in terms of diet, we just follow the path of least resistance. What tastes good for the cheapest amount of money? What can I like reliably get grocery-wise? You know, I just want to eat a meal. I don't want to think too hard. Think you on diet the whole time, yet the governor keeps feeding us shit. Yep. Oh, yeah. And, you know, we could just care. I don't know. It's like we've got all the stuff to be that way. But, again, you know, capitalism, I feel like on paper, capitalism has always got, like, the good, you know, hey, healthy competition will prevent a monopoly from growing because, you know, you can just go and start your own business and compete with them and charge lower price. It's true for a little bit, maybe. But now what happens is one person becomes a monopoly. Someone tries to start something to compete, and they get choked out or they get bought out, and now the prices even out. I don't know. It's just keep up the good work. Hey, thank you, C.A. Thomas. We all know the greed, yeah.
I'm not into conspiracy theories, but I'd bet money that there's at least one institution deliberately keeping healthy food expensive.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, have you ever brought fresh fruit and vegetables on the regular? I used to do that when I was making, you know, the shakes or whatever. What am I thinking? You know, you blend it up and put some protein powder in there. Fresh fruit is just like not reliable. It's like sometimes you'll just buy, you know, you'll do the squeeze test and you'll buy a bag of vegetables and it'll just go bad within a day and you're like, what the hell? It just can't be consistent as like manufactured stuff. So, it's a chance you take. Security. Whatever happened to quality? Like even cooking oil was originally made for vehicles. We're not meant to eat that. Holy shit. Yeah. I was excited when
Bulk Hogan official said, hotel Wi-Fi got me acting unresponsible.
Hey, what's up, Bulk Hogan? Good morning. Hotel.
Jason is in 160p.
Uh-oh. Yep. That isn't your internet, Bulk Hogan. My life has just turned me into 160p. I'm just blurry.
Xanthiadev said,
can you imagine?
Bulk Hogan official, I love the 2005 experience.
I'm just sweaty all the time, and I create this aura that makes me 160p resolution to everybody else. Like, for real, large is healthier, yeah. Sometimes it's like, hey, fat-free, but the stuff we put in it to make it taste good is way worse. I got excited when they said the Japanese version of 7-Eleven, we're gonna, you know, I don't think it's going to happen because I think it's like a literal like cultural difference. But it's nice to dream about, like overhauling 7-Elevens to be more like, you know, ready-made foods that aren't just a hot dog, a greasy hot dog spinning on a wheel for 3 months in a row, falling on the floor. You know, it's a good idea in theory. They say that.
Let's Plays were everywhere on YouTube. There was an ancient series on Tomb Raider 3 capped at 360p.
Oh, interesting. Or the Trespasser.
Volkswagen official said, is it called Sevenu Aravinu?
Yeah, remember fun Let's Plays where they weren't even like just speedrunners? It was just someone casually playing the game and you're like, this person's really funny. This is very entertaining. I feel like it was just kind of like radio. It's like, hey, I don't have a production team to like build out my show and give me segments. So let me just play a game people are familiar with. And that'll be my like, when you're free, check out my channel, my guy. Hey, what do you do, Werewolf? What's your niche for your YouTube channel? Or your TikTok? You do workout stuff?
Byzantiadev said, some guys made a rep playing the most obscure games possible.
Gaming, comics, and movies. Okay, sounds right up my alley. Have you tried out other machines? Yeah, but for cardio, the stationary bike is king in my book. You know, not in terms of results, but in terms of things I could be consistent with and do every day and still stream. I have some dumbbells. I have kettlebells. Today's just a cardio day, though. Got real lazy with it. You know, I'm still relishing in the fact we met our weight goal on time. I'm 259 right now. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to, you know, I set a goal, and I calculated it out, and then I stagnated for a while, but I still got there, you know. That makes me feel good. Because I was really like, I don't think I'm going to get there. Not by summertime.
259 and dropping.
259 and dropping, that's right, yeah. End of summer, I'm telling you, September, we're going to be 249. If we just stick with it, it's going to happen. Hell yeah, my guy's on the workout grind. He'll be TikTok's daddy here soon. Hell yeah, I hope so. You know, I know this is one of those things where it's like, I know nobody's going to watch the middle. You know, everyone watches the beginning. Whoa, you were fat as shit. And the end. Whoa, you're not anymore. You know, the real G's watch the middle. You know, as a fat person, that's the thing I want to see. I'm always annoyed when people don't show the during. Like you see a guy lose a ton of weight.
App glitched and first I got double with 0.1 SEC offset. And two Jasons with 2-second delay.
There you go. Me just echoing. You know, with like Ethan Suppley, it's like, wow, great job, amazing results. But as a fat person, I kind of want to see you going through the struggle. So, you know, having this as like a vlog for myself to like go back and watch, you know, what was I thinking about? What was I talking about? What was my attitude like
said,
on the way?
I respect fat people that show up to the gym/exercise.
Yes. Oh,
it's
yeah.
the hardest place to start from and keep it up.
Yes. You know, every once in a blue moon, people will drop in here and go, "That you're not doing anything. You're never gonna get results like that." It's like, shut the hell up. Well, first, you're wrong, and second, it's like, what do you think you're doing? Do you think you're helping whatsoever? You know, it's so hard for me to stay consistent, and if I'm like, you know, working out at all, it deserves some effort. Like, what do you want from me? If you saw me sitting on the couch with a fat as shit body, you'd be like, get up and do something. So then I get up and do something. Hey, do more. It's like, you'll never be happy. These people drop in here. It's just like, stop watching my channel.
What's the point of gyms if only
if that is going to be your attitude. It's so frustrating. You know, nobody here is doing that, but I'm just saying. It's so annoying. It's like, What is your goal? I feel like the reason I'm so annoyed by it is they think they're helping, you know, by shitting on what I'm currently doing. It's like, if I'm doing something day to day, you gotta give respect. You know, I'm not you. I'm not fit. Like, going super hard for a person, especially just starting out working out, is overkill. My body's not in shape. It's way too hard for a person, especially when you're like really overweight. I'm carrying, all right, you do that, you know, go harder, but you put on like a vest of 200 extra pounds on yourself. You go like, whoa, I'm exhausted. Exactly. You know, maybe put yourself in somebody else's shoes before you like suggest something. What if the point of gyms is only if fit people are allowed in it? Yeah, sometimes it feels like that's the case. I feel like at a new gym, you definitely have to earn your chops. Like, you have to be making progress and show up all the time for anyone to, like, any fit person to be like, okay. If you go there day one and try to make friends, you're going to get the cold shoulder from everybody, I feel like. Unless you're meeting another person that's in similar shape to you are. If I went to the gym right now and like saw some dudes on the bench press and I was like, hey, can I get in? And they're like, hell no, look at your flabby ass body. And I'll be like, damn. At the same time, it kind of works. It's like, it's a little bit of a motivating factor. It's like, man, if only I could be these guys' friends. And it's like, then you get there and you're these guys' friends and you realize they just suck. They're just the shittiest people on the planet. And it's like, oh, you just, you know, come to the gym every morning and work out alone because you don't have any friends. Shut up, they wouldn't say that. Yeah, they're not that mean. They're nice. I'm building up a villainous workout person in my head. No, most people are nice. Most people are nice. Maybe one gym will have a guy like that.
Pulling up to gym with
You're
all
right.
my Pokemon.
Thank you for calling me on that werewolf. You're right. We're writing like a horror movie version of the gym. We're building up that.
Call me gym leader.
Call the gym leader. There you go. You're going to be able to make the sickest clips and just keep taking pics and vids of before and after. Yeah, that's what I hope so. Like, I could already envision, like, the, you know, the melting of just, like, taking a clip of 1 second every day for however long it takes me to get fit. And just the melting. When you look at it in like these time-lapse clips, you know, when you plateau, it feels like forever, but actually it's just kind of a blip in time. You just gotta stick with it, stay consistent, don't lose hope. You know, yeah, your dieting is probably the reason that you're plateauing, you know, eating not as good as you should be. That's life, you know. Eventually you'll feel bad and start eating healthy again. And then, boom, you're right back on track.
Somebody should do that timeline video, but it's the same 10 photos.
Yeah. You keep just slightly jittering. It's the same 10 photos over and over, but I changed shirts. So you're like, is that guy changing at all? It looks like he's getting fatter in some of these pictures. I got really big. I put on like 30 t-shirts and I give some fake progress. You're like, is he getting bigger? Oh no, this is not the inspirational video I thought it was. And I just keep getting bigger and bigger. I just fill up the entire screen.
Byzantiadev said, time lapse or OK Go music video.
There you go. Yeah. Woo.
Volkswagen official said, what happened to them? We're all over 2010s.
Yeah, what are the OK Go guys up to right now? Are they working on a really long video? They all got super fat just so they could do a new music video and lose the weight. And they're all going to lose the weight at different... It's going to be a screen split up into 4 parts.
Byzantiadev said, they're responsible for most treadmill accidents.
Yeah, I believe that, yeah. Everyone trying to replicate that video that's tightly choreographed. All the OK Go guys are in periods of time-lapse weight loss or gain for our video. They're all going to just be like shrinking and growing over the course of a 3-minute song. And then everyone's going to try to recreate it. All right, there we go. 1 hour on the bike, stationary bike. 17.7 miles traveled. 371 calories burned. Nice. We're there. You know, I didn't mean to oops all accidentally cardio today, but it's nice to mix in there every once in a while. I don't have to think about weight loss or weightlifting. All right. Well, thanks for all the new follows. Thanks for all the new likes and comments. And see you tomorrow. I work out every weekday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks, Werewolf. Nice to meet you. And yeah, see you tomorrow if you're interested. Yeah, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm on the bike. I'm working out. I'm putting in the work. Road to fitness. Here we go. All right. See you. And yeah, twitch.tv/AiPD or YouTube @AiPD if you want to hear my radio announcer, high fidelity audio voice. Okay. Sweat check. Proof it's not all CGI. See you tomorrow. See you, Biz. See you, Bulk. Have a good rest of your day. Find out what OK Go is up to. That's our homework for tomorrow. Okay. Later.